So I just decided on some changes to the whole trajectory of the channel. So right now I've been primarily focused on making high quality videos, or at least as high quality of a video as I can produce. But I was thinking about it the other day and I realized that I'm simply not in a position in my life where I should even be trying to make high quality videos, trying to offer value, because quite frankly, whether I want to accept it or not, I really have no value to give to the world. There's nothing that I know that is actually worth sharing or people actually want to watch, because I've made some results. I've made maybe $300-400, but there's really no value I can provide right now other than my thoughts and my mentality, things like that. There's no actual applicable things that I can say that could help anyone out. So instead of making these high quality videos, making book recaps, which are everywhere on the internet for all these popular books, and no one really wants to listen to a random 18-year-old kid just talking about it. So instead of making these value-based videos, I think it's better if I just go ahead and document the journey a bit more raw, instead of just going on my desk screen recording, putting up some numbers, and I feel like that's not authentic enough. I feel like I'm not really putting myself out there. I'm not really showing what's actually going into the process. Because yes, it's still a documentation of the journey. Yes, I'm still showing you every single thing that happened every single week, but it's less of a documentation and more of a recap, which is not the point of me making this channel. The point of me making this channel is because I want to showcase the journey from zero to hero, basically. I know it sounds a bit cringe, but that's basically what I'm trying to do, because I understand what people go through. I understand that there are so many millions, tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of people, young men just like myself, from third world countries. I'm from Myanmar. I'm half Malaysian, half Myanmar, but I've lived my whole life in Myanmar. There are people from the Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, even from my own country, even from maybe even developed first world countries, who may not be in the best position in their lives. And there's so many different reasons why people want to be successful. Maybe they want to prove to themselves that they're worthy of something greater in life. Maybe they want to, they were bullied their whole lives and they just want to feel some sort of fulfillment. Maybe they're struggling financially. Maybe their parents are sick. Maybe their loved ones are sick and they're unable to pay for their, bills. Maybe they love their parents a lot and then they want to give them a better life. So I understand on a very deep emotional level the things that people are going through. And I just I don't want to be the next Iman Gadzhi, okay? Like, even if I'm like no one at the end of the day, I just want to show the world how this process works out. Because Iman Gadzhi is cool, right? But the problem is, Iman Gadzhi is Russian. Like, he's like a Dagestanian or something. But there's no real Asian, Southeast Asian, or like someone from an actual third world country who really went from zero to hero. There's no one who actually documented the process. Now, I'm not saying I'm the only one who, if I achieve it, I'm not going to be the only one who's ever done it. I'm pretty sure there are hundreds, if not thousands of people who have come from Southeast Asia. There are multiple millionaires, billionaires from Asia. But what I'm trying to say is, I want to document the journey. I want to really, because my whole life I've wanted to be successful. I've always felt like, I say this in the most humble and non-egotistical way, but I've always felt like there was something meant for me. I was meant for something greater, not because I'm smarter than someone. I in no way mean that I'm better than anyone else, right? I'm just saying, like, my drive, it's not that I am already greater than someone, but I am just willing to work to be greater than other people. I'm willing to work, I'm willing to sacrifice, I'm willing to bleed to get a better life than all these other people. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you guys out there who are also willing to do the same. So people like Iman Gadzhi, Andrew Tate, they've inspired this generation of youth. And even if I'm only able to inspire 10%, maybe even 5% of the amount of people they've inspired, that's already enough for me. So yeah, I'm going to document this journey in a much more raw sense. I'm literally just going to pick up this camera like today, just film myself in the mirror, talk, really go through a day-to-day life. Nothing too special, nothing too long, nothing fancy, no numbers, no nothing. If something happens, I'm going to pick up the camera and I'm going to record. I'm not going to just write it down on a notepad and put it onto this fancy mural board, which took me 3 hours to make, and then go to OBS Studio. None of that shit. I'm going to actually document my journey, guys. So hopefully today is, I think, the 15th of March, 2025. So hopefully one day, in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years even, I'll look back at this video, or I can clip this video, and then hopefully we are where we want to be. I know a lot of you out there may think that money is this extremely rare, extremely valuable substance, this material, I mean, and to a certain extent it is. Money is very valuable. Money is an exchange, a medium of exchange of value, right? But you know, once you come to Dubai or any other really rich country, even countries like Singapore, Miami, wherever, you know, you will really start to understand that people are much richer than you think you are. There's so much more money in the world than you ever expected. Let me tell you a story. So the other day I was going to Aqua Adventure Water Park, which is quite far from Dubai. It's like a 15 to 20 minute car ride. I was going by taxi, right? And to go from Dubai to Aqua Adventure, you have to pass through Sheikh Zayed Road. And Sheikh Zayed Road is basically this huge road. It's probably the most popular road in all of Dubai, possibly even in the United Arab Emirates. And you know, on Sheikh Zayed Road, it's basically where all the supercar, luxury car, hypercar showrooms are. So you have VIP Motors, First Motors, Pupil of Fate, you have Nova, all these different luxury showrooms with all these Lamborghinis, Koenigsegg's, Bugattis. And before I came here, my end goal was a Bugatti. You know, I know this is a super duper ambitious thing to say, but one day I wish I can own a Bugatti, because not because I want to flex on people, but because that's just what I like. Ever since I was young, I always liked cars. I remember I was 6-7 years old taking these A5 sheets of paper with these cheap little crayons. I never even had Wi-Fi during those times. And I was basically drawing these logos of these super and hyper cars, and I would stick them up on my wall. And I would basically write, if I had $1 million, what cars I would buy, what houses I would buy, and all that stuff. So I always wanted, you know, luxury cars. I always wanted hypercars, not because of the flex, but because I just like vehicles. I just like cars, right? So before I came to Dubai, I thought hypercars were these super duper special cars. Like only one person owned them in the entire country. Like seeing them was basically a miracle. And that was basically the luckiest day of my life. But yesterday, I was literally coming back from Aqua Adventure. I basically spent like 15 hours, that's an exaggeration, maybe 7-8 hours in the water park, basically going through all the slides, having multiple semi-heart attacks during the rides. But on the way back, I was basically on like the right-hand side going back towards Dubai. And the right-hand side was where basically all of the big car showrooms were. First Motors, VIP Motors, Pupil of Fate. I've been here for 20 days, guys. 20 days, and I haven't seen a single Bugatti, because you know, I've been in the malls and I haven't really been on the road to see these cars parked, or even in the parking lots. All I've seen really is a McLaren and like an SVJ, a Revuelto. That's really it. But the other day when I was coming back from Sheikh Zayed Road, I swear to God, when I told you, within a span of, I'd say, 3 to 4 minutes, I probably saw $50 to $60 million worth of cars. I saw Ferrari Enzos, I saw just in that Nova showroom, I saw like 4 Bugatti Chirons. I saw like 2 Koenigsegg's. I saw a Jesko. I think I saw like this yellow and black Regera. I also saw this Huracan. I saw this Huracan SDO. I saw many Uruses. I saw many Rolls Royces. And once you come to Dubai, the point I'm trying to make is you will understand that money really isn't as rare as you think it is. Because, you know, in my country, if you drive a Lexus, you're basically a king. Like, you get treated with so much respect if you drive like a Lexus or a Land Cruiser or even a Range Rover. In Dubai, a Lexus is basically a taxi, not even an Uber. The other day, you know, taxis are really expensive here, so I was literally booking on this app called Django, which basically just redirects you to like the city taxis. And a Lexus literally picked me up, guys. The cheapest taxi option in this entire city is a Lexus. A Lexus picked me up, guys. Literally, Range Rovers are like nothing here. You can go on you can go to like Sharjah or some really far place, and you can still see 10 Range Rovers within the span of an hour. G-Wagons are basically cargo trucks here. You can see G-Wagons everywhere, right? G-Wagons are not rare at all. Even Lamborghini Uruses, Huracans are not rare. You know, Ferraris are not rare. These hypercars are obviously still rare. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's much more achievable than you think it is. You don't have to be that special, right? because there's only a few people who actually own these things and actually pick up the camera and record them. That's why people feel like money is so rare. Yes, money is rare. Money is a valuable thing. It's obviously hard to get to that point in life, no matter who you are. But the point I'm trying to make is, it is certainly achievable, and there are hundreds, if not possibly even thousands of people who have been in this city who, even if they may not have a hypercar, they're able to comfortably afford a Bugatti or Koenigsegg whenever they want it. Just look at all these mansions in Palm Jumeirah. They're paying literally 100K a month on these $20 million mansions. So yeah, guys, money is, it's an interesting topic. It's very interesting because a lot of people have very little of it and work very hard, and a lot of people have a lot of it and work very hard. So hard work is not the factor. It's a bit of luck. It's from the grace of God. Just keep a pure heart. Just keep praying every single day. Make sure you're a pure soul. Just do the right thing every single day and do it with right intentions and be close to God and just work hard, right? There are people who are working hard. All these delivery drivers, even in my home country, they work maybe 10 plus hours a day in the scorching heat with their huge thick jackets, just sweating, going from house to house, getting paid literally 10 cents to ride a bicycle across the scorching sun for 30 minutes. So, hard work is not really the factor. Like Imam Ghazi said, you have to be on the right vehicle. And that's the difficult part and the beginning parts of the journey, where you're just trying to discover what the right vehicle really is, because all these people say SMMA, all these people say drop shipping, but because everyone is saying this, everyone is doing it. There are literally tens, if not hundreds of millions of people literally right now who, or in the history of the world, have tried drop shipping, have tried e-com, have tried SMMA. So it's a competition. Everyone is fighting for the same thing. The things I'm saying I want to achieve, I want a Bugatti, I want this, I want that. Every single person on earth who has ever walked this earth has wanted the same thing. There is not a single man on earth who literally wouldn't want a Bugatti, who wouldn't want money. Because money, even if they don't want money itself, they want the things that money can provide. That's just the fact, right? So it's all a competition. You have to work harder than other people. That's what keeps me moving every single day. Honestly, I'm literally having to work right now. I don't even have my desk. I'm just working on that stuff. I'm gonna do some product research, just trying to find some new shit. So I'm currently making around $50 a day. And then some days I make like 30, 25 to 30, just from clipping and also my e-com business. So that's about 1 to 1.5K USD a month. So 4 months into my journey, we are making around, let's just say conservatively, 1K a month in pure take-home profit, which is not too bad, but it's very, very time dependent. So I have to spend like 6 to 7 hours every single day just to make these $50. So I'm basically getting paid worse than a fucking Dunkin' Donuts worker. So, but anyways, there's no Dunkin' Donuts in my country. You can't just go on the street. A literal good wage in my country is like, a very good wage in my country is like 150, 200 bucks a month because of the exchange rate. So either way, I talked quite a bit today. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna watch this video. No one gives a shit. But hopefully one day we will all look back at this video and I'll be able to show the world that all you need to be successful is not to have 160 IQ. You don't need to come from a rich family. You don't need to even be born in a good country or have any money to begin with. All you need is the desire, the mindset. All you need is the hunger, right? So I am nothing. I am starting from ground zero. They're really starting from scratch. And we'll see what we can achieve, guys. Let's see what we can achieve. I know a lot of people watching this video, maybe some people who even know me in real life will watch this video. They will probably be like, what the fuck is this kid saying? He's so stupid. And I completely understand, because if someone else was saying the same shit I was saying, I would probably think they're stupid as shit as well. But you never know what's going on in someone's head. You never know what someone else is thinking. You never know what someone else is capable of. If you saw me on the street, you would probably think I'm just autistic or something, or like I'm really stupid from the way you judge other people. But there's a lot going on in my mind. There's a lot of things that I personally think of every single day. So yeah, guys, we'll see where we can take this. Actually kind of cringe, but yeah, guys, join me on this journey if you guys want. This is going to be very, very interesting. So this is month 4, which is like what, 12 weeks in, and we're basically making 1K a month, which is 49K away from our goal of 50K a month. by the end of the second year. So yeah, guys, peace.